Great to see you again, Christina.
Yes, you as well.
How has Julia been these last 6 months?
She's doing all right. She's gained some weight and she seems to be happy.
Okay, why don't we check up on the goals we made at the last visit? Last visit, one of the goals was to increase Julia's iron-rich complementary foods intake to raise her hemoglobin levels. How do you feel that went?
She seems to like the cereal, and I like how you said last time that I could just feed her what I was eating, but in smaller amounts and cut up in small pieces. It has really taken some of the weight off my shoulders, as I can just feed her what I'm eating, and I'm supposed to be eating iron-rich foods too, so that works out well.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I can see from Julia's lab values that her hemoglobin levels are now within a healthy range, so that's great work, Christina.
Thank you. It's been great to see Julia doing so well.
Yeah, another goal of ours was to continue increasing other complementary food intake. So how do you feel like that went?
That went well. Like I said before, it works really nicely when I just feed Julia what I'm eating at the time.
Yeah, it appears Julia is eating well. You appear to be doing a very good job with increasing her complementary foods, and I can see that on her growth charts here as well, as she is increased to the 50th percentile, which is a good sign. I'm noticing that Julia's head circumference hasn't grown quite at the same rate as her weight, but that isn't quite a problem yet. We'll keep an eye on it, and don't worry too much about it, as babies kind of grow at different rates.
Okay. That's good to hear, and we'll keep that in mind for next time.
And now for our last goal. We talked about transitioning Julia from a bottle to a sippy cup. How did that go?
Oh yes, that went well. However, I still give her the bottle sometimes when she cries so that she quiets down.
I'm glad you've worked on transitioning her from the bottle to the sippy cup. But how does giving Julia the bottle when she cries support your goal to transition her to a bottle from the bottle to the sippy cup?
I guess it doesn't.
How could you change this behavior to better meet this goal?
I don't know. I don't want to stop giving her the bottle. It just makes things easier for me when it just makes her stop crying.
I'm sorry, Christina. That must be so hard when Julia is crying and you're stressed from preparing for your new baby. And how about we think of some other ways to help Julia stop crying?
I don't know. The bottle's just easiest and it works.
Okay, here's what I heard. Let me know if I missed anything. You're frustrated because Julia cries, but it's easiest for you to just give her the bottle to make her stop crying. And it works, but you must be pretty tired, and the bottle is what you're familiar with, and you don't seem to see the benefits of trying a new way when what you're used to is working. However, I also heard you say that this behavior doesn't align with your goals of transitioning to the sippy cup. Does this reflect how you feel?
I think so, but I just don't know what else to do.
How about the next time Julia cries, you try giving her attention by holding her or reading a book? And if that doesn't work, maybe try a pacifier instead of the bottle.
I guess that makes sense. I always liked when my mom read to me, but I never thought of doing that for Julia.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not willing and 10 being very willing, how willing are you to try these new options?
Probably a 6.
Okay, and why are you at a 6 and not a 4?
I feel like I have more options now because you helped me think of some ideas.
That's great. And is there anything that I could do to help you get to an 8?
I still just don't see why she can't just have the bottle.
I can see why you're concerned about this. Would you like to hear more about why I think this is an important goal to reach?
Yeah, that might help me understand better and get me to an 8.
That's a great point, Christina, and I'm here to help you along in this process. So, transitioning Julia to a sippy cup is an important step in Julia's development, and it'll help her develop proper cup drinking skills. Continue using a bottle into her childhood could slow her development, it could be hurtful to her teeth, and it could even encourage excessive weight gain.
Okay, I hadn't thought about how a sippy cup could hurt her skills developmentally.
Okay, so how do we move on from here?
I can try reading to Julia the next time she cries, or hold her, give her the sippy cup, or try the pacifier, and see if that stops the crying. So then I can reach my goal of transitioning Julia from the bottle to the sippy cup.
That's great, Christina. I'm so proud of you and how well you are parenting Julia and how hard you are trying to keep her healthy. You've done a great job of reaching your goals.
Thank you.
So, what is a goal that we could have for our next meetup?
Okay, well, I would like to keep Julia healthy and growing consistently.
Okay. So the goal I'm hearing you set is you want to maintain Julia's health and growth.
That is correct.
Great. So let's break this goal down into a couple of specific objectives so we know if we reach our goal or not. How about we say that Julia will maintain a consistent growth pattern on her growth chart?
Yeah, that sounds like a good objective.
Okay, and what's another objective we could make?
Well, would you like to check her hemoglobin again at the next visit?
That's an excellent goal, Christina. Does maintaining Julia's hemoglobin levels in a healthy range sound like a good objective to you?
Yes, that would be good to see.
Great. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not motivated and 10 being very motivated, how motivated are you to reach these outcomes?
I would say I'm at an 8.
Wow, that's really motivated, Christina. Why are you at an 8 instead of a 5?
I'm motivated to see my baby do well and grow consistently.
Okay, and what could get you to a 10?
I guess I'm just worried about not having enough time to care for Julia since this new baby is about to be born.
Okay, so what if we tell your mom what these objectives are so that she can help you reach them? If you express to her that reaching these goals are important to you, I bet she would be more than willing to help you out, as she has been so helpful thus far.
That is a good idea. My mom does love kids, and she's willing to help take care of the babies. Thank you for all your help. I really appreciate it.
No problem, Christina. I'm looking forward to our next meetup.